Good morning, all. This is Granison Shines, Chief Marketing Officer of Direct Business Marketing. Welcome to another session of the Get Direct webinar series. Today we're going to be talking about marketing truth number 2 of asking you the question of what are you really selling? Again, what are you really selling? So we started off with point number 1. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you look at the archives from last week. We'll be doing this session for this, I should say, not the session, the series. There you go. There's the series for the next, 8 more weeks? Because there's 10 marketing truths, and we may give you a bonus number 11 that we want to focus on. This is the overall mindset of marketing, okay? Now, when we talk about marketing, marketing is very strategic. So the way you think about marketing, the way you think about your prospect, the way you can put yourself in your prospect's shoes, we want to make sure that you understand that this whole marketing aspect is just about thinking, how you think. So thinking through the campaign, thinking through the mediums, thinking how you're going to use them, where you're going to use them, when you're going to use them. All this has to come into fruition when we're putting together a marketing campaign. So again, we're focusing on what are you selling, or know what you are selling. Know what you're selling is very, very important. Now, a lot of people may think that they're selling widgets. A lot of people think that they're selling services. Ultimately, we say that nothing happens in terms of business growth until you sell a product or a service, right? You'll hear me say that numerous times throughout this whole series. But today we're going to take a little bit of spin on that because we're talking about the mindset of marketing, okay? So let's continue. Let's just go on with this here. So know what you're really selling. And you have to ask, are you selling a way of life depending on your product or service? If you're selling a high-end car, are you selling a prestigious way of life? Are you selling a particular luxury home? Are you selling a way of life for that person? Are they buying into that way of life? Are you sure that this is what they really want, to be sold this way of life, right? So sometimes that comes across our thought process when we discover and think about who we are selling to. So again, the question is, what are you really selling? Are you selling a way of life? Point number 2 here, are you selling a solution? Everyone wants an adequate solution, right? So if you're selling a solution, is it adequate for them? Is that what you're really selling? If you have a customer-based business, which we spoke about the 3 types of businesses last week, you have customer-based business, a product innovating business, or a low-cost solution business, it may be different. So the solution or the service or product, I should say, that you are selling has everything to do with the intent behind the marketing campaign. Point number 3, are you selling, again, a service? Is that really what you're really focused on for the campaign? Or is there an underlying overall thought process of what you are really selling? Okay, so what we're talking about today is selling this, selling you. We will establish and we will continue to say, and we will have this in our mindset, that people buy from who they know, who they like, and who they trust. So selling you is the utmost importance. And a lot of times we omit to forget to learn how to sell ourselves. Now, when you're marketing online, it can take many different spins. If you're bringing the experience to the person, it's imperative that you use video or something that will show them how they can get to know you, how they can get to know you, like you, and trust you. Video is probably one of the best ways to do this besides speaking face to face. So if you have a video, and this is why all of our campaigns use video to some degree. Right now, we are not integrating with any company that isn't using video to some degree to help them sell themselves, not just their product or service. Yes, that's the end goal, because you know that a business has to grow in order to sell, or a business grows when you sell a product or service, but ultimately you are selling you. Customer service is all about the you person who you're on the end of the phone with. It's all about them selling themselves, positioning themselves to service you better, right? So understand that selling you, learning how to sell yourself through video, right? One way. Also through images on your website. If you have images, those images can really give people a nice warm fuzzy to initiate the trust factor for you. And remember, people buy from who they know, people buy from who they like, people buy from who they trust. Learn how to sell you. And when you construct your marketing campaign, it is imperative, I should say it again, it is absolutely imperative that you are one of the key factors in the whole entire campaign. Selling you, selling yourself, understanding that you are a big factor. So lead in with your campaign with someone, preferably you, right? I'm talking to you, preferably you as the person that will be the face of the campaign, the face of the organization, the face of this particular campaign. So for instance, like let's take one that you see on TV all the time, Old Spice, right? You see the guy, the Old Spice guy. Now I think they have Fabio, but you see the Old Spice guy, and that's what we know him as, the Old Spice guy. Why? He's selling himself, and it helps sell the product and the service. That's why you see a series of commercials now with this gentleman in it. And again, now I think they've gone to Fabio. I don't know what's up with that, but hey, it's a marketing campaign, right? So focus on selling you. Know what you're selling. You are the real key to what's being presented and sold. Why? Because people buy from who they know, from who they like, and who they trust. This is Granison Shines. Here is my information. Feel free to contact me anytime. Remember, you are the key to your marketing campaign. It's all about how you think. Granison Shines with Direct Business Marketing signing out. Until next week, we'll talk about marketing truth number 3. Talk to you later. Have a good day.